Let's talk about Aew Redemption. Starting off with the buy-in, we had the Conglomeration versus Lethal Twist. While the Conglomeration retains, man, Lethal Twist put put in that work, man. There were so many triple tag moves that I loved in this, but I think I see where this is headed. I think Lethal Twist will probably wind up getting the trios, or the six-man as they call it in Ring of Honor. And the Demand has a match coming up for the Conglomeration. I'm thinking that's when the title's going to change hands. Hats off to all these guys, though. This is a great match. Starting off the pay-per-view, the actual pay-per-view, we got Nick Wayne, Commander, Jungle Jack Perry, Speedball Bailey, The Beast Mortos, and El Clone. Now, you know what I'm going to say. I was hoping for just one thing. Jack Perry don't get this contract. My daughter even came in the living room and saw Jack Perry and was like, why is he still on here? I said, what you mean? She goes, he's not even that good. He's always losing. I said, what? Oh, man, she cracks me up. Anywho, there was lots of great feats in this match. Even Commander, like, running on the rope to put, I think it was Nick Wayne through a table. Nick Wayne had his table moment where he put Commander through it, which is pretty crazy. I will give Jack Perry credit. That Canadian Destroyer he did from the ladder, on the ladder, to Nick Wayne, looked crazy. But in the end, you had Speedball Bailey win this. He did like a double knees on the on the edge of the ring and bounced out like a ball and then went up and got that contract, man. Well deserved, though. He's put in mad work over the past, I want to say, 2 years or I've watched like AEW. So, you know what I mean? I look forward to his match versus Kyle. Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley versus the Young Bucks. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know it was going to come this early. I thought it'd be post-match, after Wembley Stadium, for Ospreay to break away from the Death Riders. But it looks like we got some cracks in the foundation here right now. Nick from the Young Bucks is suffering like some head trauma or something going on. He looked like he was like out of it a couple different times. Drawing concern from his brother. Even Ospreay, as he tried to just follow through with the match, but he was even concerned for him. Mox don't give a... He tried to get it into Ospreay's head like, bro, who cares? Let's get this match on, man. Be that weapon. Pull the trigger. Ospreay couldn't do it, man. And that cost him the match. And I don't know how many kicks to the face Mox ate, but they wrapped him up. It was like 12 of them, 12, 14, something like that. Yeah, Bucks win this. A little later on, they, got their feelings out backstage, and Mox was just telling them, bro, like, this ain't even about the match. We'll get another one. This ain't even about no change. It don't even matter, bro. This is just trying to get you ready for Wembley, bro. Like, Kenny ain't going to be holding no punches. You don't need to either, man. You got to pull the trigger. And I feel like he was right the whole time. He ain't telling Ospreay nothing crazy. And that whole pull the trigger line, I felt like after Wembley he would do it to Mox, but like it looks like now they just can't agree. So Kyle and Bandito for the International Championship cooked like I thought it would. I mean, that powerbomb that Kyle did on the edge of the ring along with that brain buster was crazy, but Bandito got his lick back too. One of his splashes looked like his knee hit Kyle straight in the noggin, man. And then at one point, Bandito was like pizza in the air and turned it into a spinning DDT on Kyle, which was nuts. Kyle retains, though, with his buckle buster DDT. Loved what I saw here, though. We had a double chain match, Bang Bang Gang versus the Dogs. Honestly, went in with no expectation because I was like, I don't think I've only seen maybe one chain match or something similar in the past, so I didn't know what a double chain meant, but literally they're chained together, beating the hell out of each other with the chain, from choking each other, popping each other across the chest, back, everything. Dragging their asses over into the steel steps. That's all you saw throughout this match, man. I was hoping we'd get a guest appearance from like Gabe Kidd, but no. Willie Yuta and Garcia, interfered a little bit. And then you had the other members of the Bang Bang Gang. Austin Gunn, like, flew in the air like a missile. I don't know what that was about, but it looked crazy. But it was Shafir that helped, Finlay get his shillelagh back and knock out Juice for the win. Thought I'd see some blood in this, but nah. All I got to say about this match, Hikaru Shida versus My World for the TBS Championship, it's Shida's fault. Playing around, like trying to showboat. You had her. She could have tapped. You pulled her arm up before she could tap. On top of that, you did your special like 7 times and you didn't, come on, man. Didn't go for a pin like, no, and then she got your ass. Rolled you up, took the title, and then you acted mad at the end. It's your fault. Anywho, decent match. Shout out to Maya World for, getting her first title. So we got Cajun Coat versus Claudio Castagnoli and Pac. This went just as I expected for the World Tag Team Championships. Christian definitely the MVP for his team. I mean, when he came in that ring after, they jumped him early in the match before they could even get their entrances off. But Christian, when he had a hot streak, he was hot. This ended with a spear from Christian and an air spear from Cope, And you got the Bucks coming out at the end because they're set for All In. So, yo. I did not know what to expect in this match. I know I saw what I saw inside of the video package they did for Painmaker, but Jericho brought it, man. Jericho and Ciampa really brought it in this. If you're not in the blood and all sorts of like, getting cut up by glass and tacks and barbed wire, yeah, this ain't for you then. This is that hardcore, and these guys took it to that limit. The announcer's talking about some kid behind him talking about, let's set the table on fire. And what, I forgot who said it, but they were like, what kind of child are you raising? Do you know what product y'all put out? Don't that brand new here. Y'all know how y'all get down and get out of here, man. The same drill that Ciampa brought to the ring wound up being his downfall as Jericho used it on him, and that's when the ref called it to stop the match, and Painmaker, Jericho wins. Mark Davis versus Andrade. For the sake of time, I probably would have took the beginning where Andrade shot off his special in the first couple seconds and just took the pin. But I ain't gonna lie, these guys cooked, you know what I mean? I knew who the victor would be. I knew it would be Andrade because ain't no way in hell Mark Davis beating him. But he put up a damn good fight, though. Tekla versus Willow Nightingale. It was a decent match, you know what I mean? I was enjoying a good portion of it. My only problem was the ending. You had Sky Blue come out and, try and distract Willow Nightingale, but she handled her own with her. Then Tekla, tried to take advantage, speared her, went for the stomp. Willow does a reversal into a pin. I don't know, that over the head pin was just not enough for me. I would have taken a pounce and a couple more moves or something, but it almost was reminiscent of like a roll up to me, and I was just like, whatever. But shouts out to Willow though, becoming a Grand Slam champion at AEW for sure. So now it's her and Monet, at All In coming up. Main event. Man, these guys went the distance in this. The selling by Knight on this, outside of, getting his shit off, was perfect. Chef's kiss to that. Each move just about Kenny did, man, Knight looked like he needed to be in the hospital. Like he was just falling apart everywhere. I loved it. I'm not going to say that Knight, I felt like Knight was going to walk away with this, with the belt, but I'm going to tell you what, this is a damn close match, though. Omega retains. But, the discourse at the end of it, you had the Death Riders come out at the end to attack Omega, because in their early exchange, he told Ospreay, if you don't pull the trigger, I will. So he figured he was going to take it out on, Omega. Ospreay comes to help him. Ospreay winds up fighting all the Death Riders. And then Mox tries to talk sense to him like, bro, you know what I mean? I'm here for you. Let's pull the trigger, man. Gives him a plastic bag to put over Omega's face. I thought Ospreay honestly was going to turn around and put it on Mox because it felt like he was equal distance between both. I thought he would just put it on Mox and choke him out, but then he just winds up ripping up the bag. Death Riders clear the ring, leave him alone. Omega gets up. Everything seems cool. He's like, bro, you know what I mean? It's just about us and this title, blah, blah, blah. And then the minute he went to a turnbuckle to cheer again, one-winged angel. All I got to say about that is Mox was right the whole time. Ospreay got to get off this soft shit and trying to be friends and all that and look out for people. Nah, this wrestling. So I look forward to Wednesday. Overall, this is a good showing. I felt like a good portion of these matches, though, could have been on Dynamite or Collision. Not going to knock the talent, not going to knock the wrestling, but for the sake of time, because my ass is wearing out and I got to go to work now. But it's y'all product. I'm not asking for y'all to change it. I just, this could have saved me a little bit of time. But anyway, if you've seen it, how you feel, let's talk about it.